Hi, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. And we've got a lot to discuss today on the broadcast. In addition to the situation in Eugene, Oregon, if you're not familiar with it, there the city council says the Pledge of Allegiance too divisive. We think that it's too divisive and it's not something that should be rendered. By the way, what's interesting about this, and I'm glad our television audiences are here with us today, what's interesting about this is the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, and I mentioned this on yesterday's program, said this about the Pledge of Allegiance. And by the way, this isn't a challenge on the phrase under God. This is the entire Pledge of Allegiance that the city of Eugene, Oregon City Council doesn't want recited. But here's what the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals said, the most liberal court in the country. The Pledge of Allegiance serves to unite our vast nation through the proud recitation of some of the ideals upon which our republic was founded and for which we strive to continue. And Jordan, this issue is getting a lot of attention, and Eugene, Oregon trying to back away a little bit because the pressure's on.
That's right. Of course, you got Eugene now coming up with a compromise. We see this all the time with city councils when they get this this kind of national pressure coming in from across the country. But their compromise is pretty weak, folks. I mean, their compromise is we'll say the pledge 4 times a year around holidays like July 4th. But when the council member who brought forward this resolution to say the pledge, which was voted down 5-2 at the city council in Eugene, 5 of those council members actually voted against saying the pledge before their city council meetings. His compromise was, okay, we'll do it 4 times a year or so. Then he said, how about we do it before July 4th? They said, no, that's too soon. We'll do it next week after the July 4th holiday. So certainly you can tell from these council members, they want nothing to do with the Pledge of Allegiance. Well,
and then let's go to the Veterans Administration, which our good friends at the Liberty Institute, in fact, Kelly Shackelford will be joining us after the break. They filed a federal lawsuit, folks, because the VA evidently is saying, you know, when it comes to a funeral for a veteran, no references to God or Jesus, please. Violates separation of church and state. Litigation actually pending on that. Let me give you a couple of updates also. There's some big news yesterday. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals said the health care law of President Obama does stay in place as constitutional, and a conservative judge entered in on that in favor of keeping it constitutional. We're analyzing that right now. It's not our case. We've got a series of other cases. We will keep you posted on the developments there. That was some very big news. Also, we're looking at, Jordan, very quickly on this because I know you're following it with our international team. That flotilla could be launching from Turkey and Greece as early as tomorrow.
Yeah, which could result in another international crisis for Israel. And this comes in the talks now where the administration, the Obama administration, Secretary Clinton, and the White House have admitted that they have opened talks with the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. So crisis brewing in the Middle East.
No doubt about it. Folks, here's what we want you to do. Number one, I want you to celebrate the victory of America and our uniqueness. I want you to sign on to this letter going to Eugene, Oregon, that's saying, come on, it's the Pledge of Allegiance. Let it be said before a city council meeting, and don't be embarrassed about America's values. Here's the number you to sign on that letter. That's going to be closing out. Tomorrow's the last day to do it, folks. We want to encourage you to do it today. 877-989-2255. We'll send you Foundations of Freedom as well. But, hey, let's stand up for America. The Pledge of Allegiance, under attack in Eugene, Oregon. We can make a difference. They're already backing away. We need to push harder. 877-989-2255 or aclj.org.